What do our who are we? What are my skills?
We're the
I
best.
remember I speak with an Irish accent, but other than
Here
that,
we
I'm not
go.
really sure.
Yes,
You
it's been a
throw
while since I've
bombs
done this
and hurt
accent.
yourself with arrows.
Yes, the crossbow is a difficult machine occasionally. Sometimes it is a little persnickety. I
Oh,
believe that is
I
the
get
word.
that. You saw me with the catapult.
Trial and error.
I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
Well, you see,
It's a long story. We kind of are in the middle of Goblin land, so we should. We want to proceed? How do we want to do this?
I believe I don't know if we are exactly prepared to approach in a delicate manner. Perhaps it would be best to try to take them suddenly by surprise. Hopefully, they have not prepared many defenses, not expecting the long shanks, as they say, to come into their camp.
Okay. Well, I tied a rope, and she holds up one end and points to the other that's secured to like a tree. So if in case the bridge is kind of like the goblin said, is we won't necessarily fall to our death.
A good idea. I think perhaps I might be able to set these towers alight. Maybe foil any positions they may have.
Vanya, roll me a perception check.
Okay, give me just a second to get back in there.
Sure.
How do I play this game?
Well, if you can find a guard and
Curdy?
punch him, then he'll automatically take you back to Sandpoint.
Apparently that doesn't work. They just kill you on sight now.
Or he will kill you.
I tried it 3 times, and every time it's just like, no, fuck you, die, bitch.
That is a 13 on perception.
Vanya, as you're kind of like looking at these towers, you can see that a lot of this like old driftwood and stuff that much of this structure has been kind of cobbled together with appears to be like growing with moss, and just kind of feeling around in the air, you get a sense that everything here is like kind of damp and probably going to be very
something we
resistant
can't
to fire.
ignite.
This is not my thing, right? It's literally written in the module.
Surprise, surprise! The thing that's wood.
Yeah.
Do I see any like goblins or lookouts peering through the towers or on the edge?
Fuck yeah, you do. Let me just read you this. I'm going to throw some shade back at Tanner. Note that while the stockade is made of wood, the damp sea air and thick layers of soggy moss and lichen that grow here and there make it difficult to burn without significant work. A fortunate feature indeed, for most goblin dens made of wood don't last much longer than it takes for the first goblin to light a fire.
It's written as soggy because
These
otherwise
are
the
next-level
goblins themselves would have already burnt it down.
The goblin discovery of fire was in fact a setback to goblin culture rather than an advancement.
There's actually some truth to that too, probably.
Yeah. Blythe, as you're looking up at these kind of structures, I don't think you see anything in this tower. But in this tower, you can just faintly hear carrying over the air, and just like vaguely see a couple like shadows of goblins, but they sound like they're arguing or in some form of discontent.
Okay, and I don't hear anything like what we thought might be the Barghast.
No, you have not heard anything.
Okay.
Like that.
I remember we heard something weird when we were entering the tunnels, so I figured I should check again.
Yeah.
The only other thing I wanted to see is, we just see goblins here? We don't see like any other
I don't think
anybody else standing
goblins
on the walls at least. I thought we did see goblins.
No, I think you can vaguely hear, like,
we
that
can hear 'em.
this fort is occupied by goblins.
Okay.
But I don't think you have any line of sight. Blythe just barely caught a glimpse of one
Oh,
over
okay.
in this tower, up on like the second floor. They're not like battlements in this fort. It's kind of like I'm imagining kind of like wooden palisade walls type deal.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
keep people out. So it's a structure, but
Yeah, it's
not
not. Yeah, it's a tower, but not like a lookout tower where you can see.
they're guard
Lookouts.
towers, but like
Or we just don't
you
see
think that if it were humans, if it were like human run, or back in the old days when it was probably originally constructed, certainly there would have been sentries posted in the guard towers that probably would have been looking down to watch this bridge. But at the moment, you don't see any, except for the ones that Blythe has noted.
It seems that they've left the approach exposed. Perhaps we should hurry across.
Yeah, maybe try and be quiet and quick about it so we don't alert them.
Agreed. Perhaps one at a time with Blythe's rope in case we fall.
And I think at this time you guys realize that Royman still has his hands just on the rope, and he's just staring blankly off into the distance.
What?
Are
The
you
rope
okay?
bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Raymond looks like you're going first. Are you going to be
What?
here?
Oh, yeah, that would be fine.
Oh, I have no patience for this move.
Oh, all right. If you want to go first, that's fine.
The bicep wants to go first, which is
Cardi
fine.
instead hands the rope to I don't even remember your actual name.
Damon.
Damon, there we go.
Bicep.
Damon will make an excellent cover for us, his body absorbing any of the arrows they might fire down the bridge at us.
Do I need to roll anything to cross this bridge, or will my lumbering body be okay?
Let me make absolutely positive. At the moment, it doesn't. There's no strong wind or anything. It doesn't look like it's particularly treacherous to cross. It's certainly ill kept, but I think that's all that you've noticed about it.
Okay. I have a huge smile on my face. I enjoy this gentle sway of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the calming rhythmic kind of dun 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 kind of sets your heart at ease as you look down. You see Gogmart's corpse just caught in like in a little eddy, and it's just repeatedly smacking its head against some rocks.
Beautiful.
Too bad he didn't have a wand of rock shape.
Yeah. Suddenly, as you get there, Damon, a big gust of wind breezes by, and just as you think that something's going to happen, nothing happens. You just walk across, and it's chill. Seems pretty chill.
It was like when I was rocked in the cradle.
I think Royman starts making his way across the bridge.
How is he doing it?
With like one hand on the rope. And just walking along.
Yeah.
Damon, do you want to tie it off? And Blythe is like gesturing, tying motions.
I cock my head. Tie. Where? Why?
She's still trying to gesture with her hands, like trying to demonstrate how to tie a knot.
Dance move? I got this. And I just start
You
like.
can't hear her.
Well, she's talking to me. She's probably yelling across the bridge.
I'm whispering because we're trying to be quiet, but I'm like, she's like making tying gestures, like trying to demonstrate with an invisible rope how you would tie a knot.
Okay, well, I'm interpreting it as a dance move, so I'm just gonna kind of do some arm wobbling.
I'm concerned that the bicep is going to think that you're trying to marry him. You know, tie the knot not.
Oh, that. Oh,
Be concerned.
That is
But
several orders of magnitude of understanding and metaphor beyond what I think Damon is
Yeah.
capable of comprehending.
perhaps
Blythe
you
is
might-
also confused by that, so she's doesn't know what she's doing or what she should be doing.
Yeah.
I will go across next. If you want to follow me, Cardi, and Blythe, if you want to bring up the rear.
Yeah, that I can do.
Okay. Vanya will start across,
Okay.
doing bridge crossing. And when she gets to the edge, she will pull out a vial from her bandoliers and have her crossbow at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
Does Vanya take the rope from Damon and tie a knot?
Yeah, I will give that to me, please.
I hand it. I watch you intensely as you do something with the rope.
I say a few words in a language you probably don't know, which sound an awful lot like you big ape, and and lash the rope to the closest looking sturdy thing.
After
As you get there, Vanya, I think you actually you notice that there appear to be like several ropes kind of tied on this end, several of which have appeared to be deliberately untied. And kind of putting two and two together, you realize from what Gogmert had said that this appears to be a bridge designed so that if more than 3 people try to cross at once, it'll give out and collapse. Or 3 or more.
I think it was wise that we decided to cross singly. Judging on these ropes, I think that if more than 3 of us had crossed at once, it would have given way quite rapidly.
And you'd all be pulling a Gogmert right now. It'd be like a snare drum down there.
Ba-doom, splash.
I think that Roman feels a little validated at that.
How are
Yeah.
you guys proceeding?
Vanya will pat Roymond on the shoulder, saying that was a good call.
Yeah. I wish it had. Yeah. Uh-huh.
We'll just
Sure.
have to remember that we can't leave here as briskly as we might want, should the need arise.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe a fair point. Or we could find a way to maybe make it more difficult to untie later.
Yes, it might be. We might be able to reinforce or sabotage it should we be pursued.
I think we should maybe do that now. Do you want to take care of that one, and I'll tie this one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you were reinforcing it right now?
We're gonna basically tie it up so that the knot is difficult to. Basically, gonna create a knot that's difficult to move that will kind of sabotage the ability to just pull it and release.
Yeah.
Okay. So to be clear, so it's like there are 5 ropes that are running under the bridge that are supporting its weight, and 3 of them are undone right now, apparently deliberately, so that it's weaker.
Yeah. So we'll tie up those ropes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll strengthen the bridge.
Gotcha. Okay. And you're attempting to tie them up. Maybe you intermingle the knots or something so that it's more difficult.
We'll knot it securely and then put multiple knots so it's harder and harder to access the open end of the knot.
Main knot. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's just going to be an absolute mess of Boy Scout knots.
Yeah. Something that makes it very difficult for somebody to just undo this bridge quickly.
Right.
It looks like a lanyard underneath, just all knotted into one giant mess of knots.
Uh-huh.
You guys
looks
just do the iPod earpod fucking tangle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We take one end of the rope and just put it into my pocket, and it comes out with a bunch of knots on it.
Yeah. It's automatic. That is a form of magic that even the Thessalonians were never able to crack.
It's true.
So my question is, how are you guys like conducting yourselves? You guys are at like this fort. You could hear the chatter of some sort of residents inside. I think Blythe, you can even more clearly hear the sounds of goblins up in this guard tower arguing with each other and going, "No, my cards win. I trump you. No, I trump you. I trump you. Both of you."
From where we're standing, do we think that the goblins could attack us from above us, or?
So there's like a wall, but there's no like palisade for them to like stand on. You think that the goblins in this tower, if there were any, that were like looking down at you, they could shoot you.
Okay.
Like with bows.
Cardi turns to everyone and says, "Perhaps we might ought to go inside and find another one of those choke point things and call the goblins to us."
Yeah, that's a good idea. I take a look around, like what is our kind of immediate surrounding? Like what's on our left here? What's the door look like? Is this a gate?
Okay. Roll me a perception, Raymond. This appears to be like a set of like double doors, and as I've said, a lot of this place seems kind of ramshackle and moldy and musty, but the doors don't appear to be. They look like they were probably broken into quite a long time ago, and not really repaired in any like significant way. Let's see, Royman and Cardi, I think you both passed the DC here. You hear some shouting and some clamoring and a couple barks, but it sounds like it's from the other, like the north side of the island. But it doesn't sound like it's inside like the fort. The voices aren't muffled by walls or ceiling or anything. It sounds like they're like outside.
Okay, what's on the left over there? Is that like more thicket?
Over here?
Yeah.
It's thicket, but it's like a lot of bushes, but it looks traversable. Like you could probably.
Does it look as traversable as the last thing we were in?
It looks more traversable than that. It looks like the scrub has not grown up quite so high here. Not nearly so high. And I think there's actually you can see this little path here. It look like you guys would be able to kind of creep through it.
Is it also made of poisonous plants?
No. Looks like these poisonous plants have all been absorbed by one would assume a couple dozen goblins who have. In fact, you just see goblin skeletons lining each side of the passage.
Excellent trap finding method.
They've
just
cleared
throw
the way.
bodies at it.
Yeah, they do kind of what is the expression, the 1,000 monkeys with typewriters approach to trap detection.
Perhaps I'm hearing some noises that are not inside. We might want to go check around the back, or at least on this way. I'd hate for us to go inside and then get surrounded on the way out.
Yes, perhaps there's a less obvious entry point.
I mean, do you really think that they would be expecting entry from either direction? I'm not so sure.
It's hard to say.
They sound rather distracted to me already. But they're goblins. We don't really know.
Let's maybe we could see if can we look through the gate here, and I'll move up to the gate, and I'll kind of like try to peek through what I assume is some sort of crack to see if it's maybe barred on the other side.
Okay. Let me see what I can do here. Boo.
I guess I'm just trying to determine, like, if we were to open this, would it be locked on the other side without, like, pushing on it or making sound?
I'm gonna say that there's like a crack in the door, but it doesn't appear to be, and you can kind of peer through it enough. Like there's enough like kind of light filtering through that you don't see like a bar on the door or anything like that.
Well, I don't see it like barred from the other side. Maybe we could try to open it. Maybe we could go around. I don't know which is best. I don't know anything about this place really.
I think either way we will have some time to investigate before they notice us. They seem quite distracted from what you say.
Well,
I think-
it doesn't maybe hurt us to poke around outside then.
Yes, so
And with that, kind of Cardi kind of like trudges over here and beckons everyone.
Okay.
I try to find a stick so I can
Now,
poke
now
around.
hold on. Maybe somebody with a pointy end will go first. And I'll kind of squeeze past, and I'll
Okay.
come up to the corner and.
is that because your ears, or you mean a sword? Oh,
I hold up my long spear.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
with
your
the,
spear.
with the corpses on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I keep thinking you have a quarter staff for
Yeah.
some reason.
The goblin
have
corpses
quite a few
explode
things.
into polygons joyously.
Roymond actually has like a whole armory on his back.
Yeah.
Like
The
legitimately, because
backpack with,
I
like,
have
maces and
I have
swords
I have
and
a
flails
sling
and shit.
staff, I have a morning star, I have a long spear, and a quarter staff.
Yeah. You can't be encumbered. So.
Weapons are also very cheap.
Mm-hmm. Damon, you find a stick in the brush here.
Yeah.
I look at Damon and say, "Oh, why did you pick up the stick? You have a sword."
Well, the small his name forgoes me. But yeah, he
Royman.
said to poke around, so I'm poking around.
Oh God.
You can poke around with your sword.
Also, it's a metaphor. It'll be
Yeah.
literally poke around.
Yeah.
Are you guys both the fucking oh God, what's the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy that doesn't understand metaphors?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know who you're
it's
talking
Drax.
about.
His speech.
Drax.
Drax, yeah.
Yeah.
Incapable
Yeah.
of understanding a metaphor.
Yeah, I
Right.
think Vanya sees that and like turns to Cardi and like does that like where you partially cover your face in sort of like distress and frustration and
Cardi-
sort of like slowly closes and opens her eyes.
Cardi just like speaks in Thessalonian to Vanya, which to you guys I guess would sound like Latin.
Sure.
Because that's basically what it is in this
Yeah,
universe.
it's an old dead language.
Super old dead language, and says, "We're fucked, aren't we?"
Let's hope that whatever comes for us finds them first.
Cardi does the like face palm sliding off the face move, and then says to Damon, "Put down the stick, my friend. I think you better off be poking with your sword, especially if we be finding goblins." And gestures for Damon
Yes,
to go ahead of him.
You go ahead and follow the oracle and don't hurt yourself.
Okay. I drop the stick into the water.
Does this look like a sheer cliff up ahead of me?
Right over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty sheer cliff. There's enough room there's like 5 feet for you to like get by it.
Okay.
But yeah, like I would say like right if you did like go off the edge of it, yeah, that'd be pretty more or less a sheer drop 80 feet
Yeah.
down to the water.
Which at this level is death.
Then I will kind of move up and poke my head around the corner just to like look.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And see if I see anything dangerous.
I think that you can see, and let me know if you can't. But yeah, as you like peer your head around the corner, you see a handful of goblins and a few dogs just kind of like kind of scrounging around. And the goblins seem to be gathered at the northern edge of this cliff. And you see one of them, and he's got like a long rope. He's almost in a stance like he's got a big fishing rod. But as you actually look, you can see a faint thread leading up from his hands up into the sky, where you see this bird that's just like flapping around back and forth. And the other goblins behind him are sort of quarreling and squawking at each other. and then one of them rears back with a stone and chucks it at this bird, at this seagull, and the shot goes like way wide, like it's not even close, and all the other goblins just start like laughing their asses off.
Okay. I kind of hold my hand up to the party as they're coming around the corner as I'm observing this. And then I will backtrack just a little bit. So there's this sheer cliff up ahead that you guys probably can't see from back where you are. Pretty narrow spot. If we were to get caught there, it could be quite bad. It would also make escape rather challenging. And then up through the bushes there's a pretty straight shot. And I saw some goblins. I assume they were attempting to bird hunt or something like that.
How many goblins did you see?
Roughly 4, but there might have been more. It was hard to really discern all of their number.
Well, I have an idea. If you saw some goblins up ahead and it was a pretty straight shot, you said that like past here it's looking like a sheer cliff, right?
Oh my god.
I
know where this is going.
Cardi
Yup.
walks up to the corner to kind of like peer around.
Wait, what if that alerts everyone inside the fort? We could get trapped here on both sides.
I'm thinking that perhaps we might not go any further than where we are right now. And Cardi like peers around the corner so like he can see where the goblins are. And I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
How far is this? 1 second.
I know where this is going, and I love it, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I really like.
I cast Dancing Lights out here.
Okay.
And they can move up to 100 feet.
Okay.
From me, or I guess 100 and what level? Or third level, right? It's like 130 feet. So I'm gonna have them move over here.
Okay.
Off the edge of the cliff, and start dancing in front of the goblins.
Okay. Cardi, as you're looking up and you see these goblins playing this whatever it is that they're doing, you see the goblins suddenly stop and they like drop their stones and they start pointing and like yipping and yapping. But none of them have it doesn't really sound like they're raising an alarm per se, but it's more like a different sort of excited chirping, as was the case when they were playing their seagull target practice game. And they all start looking at it and they see, and then the dogs all kind of perk up and they start like kind of they don't seem like angry, but they seem like you've got their attention.
Yep. I kind of like bring the lights close to them and then bring them back away from the cliff, like repeatedly over and over again to see what they do.
They start like yipping and arguing with each other for a while, and then suddenly you see the first goblin. He lets go of the rope that had the seagull on it, and it flies away, and he just drops to his knees in a state of unmistakable prayer and worship for these dancing lights.
I'm wondering if I can get them to jump off a cliff. Is there a roll like?
So I'll like peek under. I'll be over there with you, like like two heads peeking around the corner, and I'll be like, ooh, can you like make it like go under his chin, like you're lifting him up, and then like see if you can get him to follow you.
All right, so I'm gonna say like knowledge local or
okay.
What would it be for goblins?
On a side note, you could also make the lights look like goblin shaped. They can be vaguely humanoid.
Oh, you can. Okay. Yeah, I'm not used to this spell.
A bit of a stretch, unless it says it. Well, you know what? We're gonna go with this. In whatever way.
Okay, so it can be. Wait. I can create up to 4 lights. They resemble lanterns or torches. 4 glowing spheres, which look like will-o-wisps, one faintly glowing, vaguely humanoid shape.
Okay.
So that's actually not a bad idea. Okay, so I'm gonna do knowledge local, unless actually that's probably my best one to do for this.
Nature is the other option.
Well, I rolled shit for that, so
Well, I said it a little late. What are goblins? Are they humanoids or monstrous humanoids?
If they're monstrous, it would be dungeoneering.
I think they're just humanoids, though.
It would be nature if they are monstrous humanoids, but I do think they're just humanoids. Yeah, they are just humanoids.
well, I will let you decide which roll
Yeah.
to take.
Okay. Well, I think that even with an 11, it's enough for you to know that like goblins are insanely stupid, but they're probably not going to just immediately follow any light that they see.
Yeah.
They're not moths.
Yeah. I don't know that. I'm trying to like sort of distract.
They have language.
Goblins. At least they're smarter than moths.
Yeah.
Slightly above the intelligence of normal.
Yeah,
like
you're
animals.
not gonna bait them into
that
walking
wasn't
off
my-
of a cliff without a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where like I wish I also had like minor illusion or like the sound
Yeah.
one. So I
Like
could
the
just,
ghost sound or whatever.
yeah, ghost sound would have been so perfect here.
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, Artie looks back to the party and says, "I have their attention. Do you think that we might be able to like bring them back here and push them off this cliff?"
We're here to get information, not kill everything, right?
You're here to
Or we're actually here to kill all the goblins.
I'm
Well,
pretty
you're
sure
here
we're
to-
here to
you're
murder
here
all
to
the
foil-
goblins.
you're here to
Okay.
foil the invasion of Sandpoint, and one would assume also kind of investigate Nualia and stop her band from initiating their this or a future attack on Sandpoint.
Yeah, our
At
goal
least
was
that's the
Right.
flavor of it. I don't know. Your characters might not actually give a fuck, and they're just like fuck Sandpoint.
no.
just gonna make
Cardi is here to fuck the invasion because Sandpoint's my home.
We live here.
Yep.
This is
Um,
our home.
So yeah, Cardi says, "Do you think that I should try to get them to come back this way? We have a bit of a choke right here, and there's the cliff right behind them, and it might serve as a good place to fight them."
Unfortunately, if they have any intelligence, they'll be able to flank us, and we will be pinned against the cliff ourselves.
No.
Hmm.
Well, Cardi says that, like we'd all stand we'd be here, and they'd come down from this way. And
Yes, but if, like I said, they have any intelligence, they will come out through the entrance if there is battle raised, and then we will be stuck here.
Yeah, I don't want to alert everyone inside. That could go badly. It's already been kind of a long day.
well, I mean, the issue that we're gonna run into is that like if we go inside and fight, then the ones outside will come and flank us. If we don't, so like
We could block this way, or you could do that slick stuff, and she like motions on the ground. So if they tried, then they'd fall.
Why does
Uh,
she
you
dance
could-
so much?
You could place the grease here near the edge, and if they should fail to grab hold, down go the goblins into the drink.
Cardi likes this idea, and then says, "Okay, stand back. I have I have an idea." So Cardi is going to cast grease on these kind of 4 squares right here.
Right here, or okay, gotcha. Okay.
And then it's going to kind of like merge all the 4 lights that I made earlier into one. With my knowledge of goblins, do I know like what they would find attractive?
Yes.
Big titty goblin GF.
To fuck or attractive in any other way.
I mean, to
You
fuck would be
definitely know what they're afraid of. what do they like that you guys have experienced? I mean, most
Bird
goblins.
crunching.
Well, yeah, one would assume. Yeah, they just boy are they fucking horny for big titted goblin ladies.
Okay.
They're afraid of horses
They're afraid of horses.
And
Okay.
dogs,
dogs.
right?
What's the opposite of a horse?
If you can come up with a compelling fucking answer to that question, I will go with it.
No, I think I am gonna do big titted goblin lady.
Okay.
Kind of like floating off the edge of the cliff, so like they can't touch her. And she's just gonna like, like strike poses, to like try to get all their attention and make them sort of like very lustful after her.
I would point out vaguely humanoid.
Yeah.
Just shape the head a little bit small and stretch it out, like the ball that they throw, the
The
children.
general shape of a goblin, and then like moving the arms to look like poses.
But with just big, ginormous
Enormous chest.
humbunkers. Huge
Give
Bobana hungagangadas.
Giant tracts of land.
give me
Damon
religion,
is so confused.
maybe.
Okay.
And I want to see if there's any additional. Oof, that's not very good. I don't think that's going to be enough. I think you vaguely know that goblins worship.
I mean, I guess I'm right there, so I could be helping.
Yeah, you can roll knowledge without cause. That's just more for me to know what you know.
I rolled a 21 on knowledge nature for what would be attractive goblin features, I guess.
Nature-wise, yeah, I think, yeah. So, Cardi, as you're racking your brains for something that might be attractive to these goblins, you can't think of anything in particular except that you know that like goblins worship some sort of like evilish creatures, but you turn around, you just see Vanya, and she's just got both her hands in front of her breasts, and she's just doing that like gesturing back and forth, like big old titty,
big old titty, big old titty,
big old bitties,
big old bitties. Cool.
Womp,
Well,
womp, 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 womp.
I think I have
No, that's the wrong part.
with the goblin, the vague shape of a goblin woman, and I gesture to the party to like back up a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have. I'm just gonna like.
I think if you're stepping very carefully,
I'm
it's
trying
your
to
own grease spell.
I'm peeking my head around the corner. I'm not actually stepping. I can't
Right.
see if I don't have my character token there.
Sure.
And I'm trying to draw something. So.
Oh my god. All right, I think a stick figure is about as good as you can arrange the dancing lights.
Yeah.
Roughly humanoid.
Roughly humanoid, and the like the head looks goblin-esque, and the chest is obviously larger than every other part. Whether or not you can distinguish them as titties is up to you. And I'm gonna have her like slowly move this way at first, and then after everyone in the party kind of like backs away, I'm going to move Cardi also back here, and I can't fucking see now.
This is what I thought you were gonna do when you first stepped up and started casting spells. I was like, oh my god. I already told him there's a sheer drop right there. There's only a 5-foot space. I can't walk that back now.
I'm gonna have
I was just remembering last time because you just set up the grease trap and they all just skidded directly through it into Ryman's spear. This is even more effective.
I'm gonna have Dancing Light Lady as she gets like closer, like further down the tunnel. She starts moving faster and faster until she's like in the grease trap.
Okay, all right. So you create a dancing light version that is eerily reminiscent of the really crude goblin drawings that you guys had seen back in the caves that the Bird Cruncher goblins had made. And these goblins, like, you have got their full attention, and their dogs come with them, and they start moving closer and closer, kind of following following along, and suddenly the goblins start kind of like jockeying for position, getting closer and closer to this corner, and their goblin dogs are right with them the whole time. So how are you making them approach it? Or
I'm hoping that like they're chasing after her, so like she starts moving slowly at first, so they kind of like walk.
Gotcha.
And, like,
Okay.
And then she starts moving faster and faster as she approaches the corner, so they
Okay.
run to keep up.
Okay.
So they have some momentum going into this corner.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you do that, and as you're watching, kind of covertly around the corner, you see them approaching faster and faster, and they start clamoring with each other and like jockeying for position. Oh shit. And this one gets there first, and he reaches both his hands up like he's gonna try to like grab onto this goblin lady, and oh boy. Okay. He runs up, and as soon as he gets here, he immediately does like the Three Stooges fucking backpedaling as he's like sliding through the grease. And he just your glowing light lady, he just passes straight through her as he flies off the edge, and you just hear go, "Wow, wow, wow!" And he disappears off the edge. The next guy was running right on his coattails. He does the same thing, except that as he's doing it, he catches himself like just on the edge with his fingertips, and the dogs start like kind of like snarling and barking at this goblin who's like hanging on the edge, kind of going. Jesus Christ, he's going. Help me! Help! Oh my god. All right. This next one kind of comes skidding to a stop ahead of it. And you think this one shows like remarkable canny to have like picked up on what was happening, and he kind of skids to a stop. But the goblin running behind him is running so fast that he carries full force into him and knocks both of them forward into the grease pit. Oh, okay. All right. So the goblin that noticed happening and skidded to a stop before he hit the grease gets careened into and knocked clear off the edge of the pit. Kind of like that Conan skit where that Paul Rudd does with the wheelchair kid falling off the edge of the waterfall or where the fuck it was, and you just hear him go, no, ah! And he crashes into the water as well. The one behind him, the one behind him has fallen prone in the grease. But this appears to be the end of your caper. I think it was pretty effective.
Yeah. I have Dancing Light Lady help the goblin that is hanging on, like, he bends down as if to offer help to the goblin who's holding on.
All
and
right.
Cardi just steps back and says, all yours, guys.
Well, you can't step there. That's inside the building.
Oh, it is?
Actually, all you guys are inside the building right now. Oh, no, never mind. You're not. My bad.
Oh,
I was
that
gonna
was
say,
a
this
clearing.
looks like
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're totally right. That was on me. All right. Roll, I guess, bluff with like a +10 because you created a vague and convincing goblin temptress.
fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
Okay. Yeah. You rolled a fucking killer anyway. All right. So the goblin hanging on the edge or here?
Yeah, the goblin hanging on the edge.
Okay. You have your light goblin lady kind of sway her way, sashay over to the edge as she leans down and extends her hand, and the goblin reaches up to take it. And as soon as he does so, it's like this is the end. He goes, "I'm gonna give you my full weight. You're sure you can handle it?"
just nods.
You make the light lady nod up and down. He goes, "Okay, I'm gonna give you my full wait. And he goes to take her hand and immediately crashes and falls. No! And
Oh my god, that
splashes
worked
onto the beach.
way more effectively
Okay,
than I had could have
roll
ever
initiative,
hoped.
I guess. Now,
Okay.
Oh my god. You know what? Don't even care if we die here. All of that was worth it.
so what happened there was the third goblin rolled a nat 20 to
Okay.
avoid the grease trap. The goblin behind him rolled a nat 1
Oh my god.
to foil his entire operation and ruin probably the only intelligent goblin at Thistletop. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, that worked infinitely better than I could have hoped. I was hoping like maybe one goblin would die.
No, dude, I gave him a fair shot. Them's the
Oh
breaks.
goodness.
This is amazing. I love fighting goblins. Can we just fight goblins for the whole campaign?
If only. They
If
roll
only.
complete dog shit, which is like the main reason that that they can be pretty fun. All right.
Wow, Vanya, do you even need us here?
Well, I don't think I could have done that. Well, I suppose I could have produced some grease from something that I'm carrying, but this is more effective. And
Okay.
I'll clap Cardi on the shoulder. Well, nicely done.
All right. So the lay of the land right now is that there is this goblin temptress lady standing in this grease pit. One goblin is flat on his face in the grease, and you hear the capering of the goblin dogs behind him. Blythe, it is your turn. None of them appear to have actually noticed you yet, but I think that witnessing 3 of his friends die has maybe led the sole remaining goblin to cotton on slightly.
Okay. And I'm assuming I know that there's a goblin around the corner.
I think you
It's
heard
probably
him.
Or
crashing.
can I even tell? Okay.
I think
stuff
you
on
heard
the
him
ground.
fall, and you just hear him going, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
Okay. I think Blythe will kind of carefully step up to here and
Okay.
be prepared to attack anything that like gets closer or
Okay.
well, could I stand here or am I now like right in view in reach of the goblin?
I think he's around the corner from you.
Okay, so this is okay.
yeah,
I just
so I
kind of
think
want to
you're-
provide a
you're,
barrier and be able to
yeah.
hit something.
I think they'd actually have to stand in that square to be able to hit you because they couldn't wrap around the corner.
Right.
It's not like it's like a doorway or something that's like somewhat pliable.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So the goblin will use his move action to stand up. And he kind of looks around, and he's actually going to 5 foot here and kind of point toward the light goblin. And he's going to go, sick him, boy, sick him. And he seems to be sicking his goblin dogs on the illusion, on Cardi's illusion goblin. Yeah, okay. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta put. Okay. Goblin dog roll. It's what's the reflex save?
16.
Okay. Well, the first one makes it exactly. So it steps up here and it spends both its move and its turn attacking the light goblin. But as soon as he does so, I think it's sort of like gets fucked up and like sort of like becomes hazy enough that that they realize what the situation is. The other goblin steps in to the stuff, and it also keeps its feet.
I'm assuming my attack will go off then, since I ready it in action. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, goblin dog tries to bite this this thing right in front of you, and they just kind of like snarls at it, then just turns to look at you just in time to catch. Yeah, oh yeah, to catch your sword straight through it. And it immediately collapses and slides off the edge of the cliff. And now it's Roman's turn.
And after Blythe does that, she'll kind of like stand back up and kind of move toward the edge of what would be her square, so she's still hidden from the goblin.
Roll me perception, Blythe, real quick. I'm gonna say that, like, as you kill the dog, you look up in time to see this goblin, like, look at you, and you think that, like, if he doesn't soon, he will very, very, like, very quickly be attempting to yell if he's not dealt with.
Okay, Raymond, I think he saw me. I think he's onto us. He knows.
Well, I can't really reach him from there.
You guys don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, man, can I step down and see him? Like, can I step to here,
can
or is
see
that, like,
him.
thick stuff?
Is what thick stuff? No, you can step there.
Okay.
I think this is like a tree. At least that's what It's like a tangle of bushes. I don't think you could stand
It's
like
unclear
inside
because
it.
it's
but...
like there's black there for me, so
Yeah. Oh, there is.
So I'm
Yeah.
So I actually can't tell what's going on there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna step to here then, and I'm going to, I guess, drop my long spear, get out my sling staff, and shoot a shot at him, and maybe I'll get lucky.
Oh. You can't see. I wonder why they put that in.
Nope.
Yeah, no. You take your shot, but it kind of goes like goes sailing to the side. Damon.
Okay. I will. I guess I will step over here and I'm gonna aid Roymond if that's possible.
Are you gonna help me attack or defend?
I will help you attack. Not exactly sure how I can. Maybe by lifting you up so you can see better.
Can you aid another on ranged attacks?
No, you have to be adjacent to an enemy.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think you can even defend me from an enemy without being adjacent.
Okay, well, I will just I guess I'll hold my action and have my longsword ready if some goblin comes towards me.
Okay.
That's fair.
Vanya.
So if we're saying this is a tree, can I stand here?
Yeah.
Okay. So Vanya will step over here and get her crossbow out, sort of like aiming right over Roymond's head, and will loose a bolt at that gobbo.
Okay. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 21 to hit and 9 on damage.
Yeah. You see the goblin kind of wipe the grease off his face, and it goes. Looks like he's about to give like a huge, powerful yell, and then Roymond, as you're kind of like trying to get your sling staff ready to whip another rock at him, you just hear thump from behind, and this bolt goes whistling over your head and just thuds right between this goblin's eyes, and it immediately just like collapses dead, to the ground.
I like how Blythe was like, he saw me, and then like the whole team springs into action.
Yeah.
And runs down and is like, oh, I'm gonna get him.
Nice job, Vanya.
Cardi.
Yeah, Cardi is gonna stand here and prepare to Ray of Frost anything that steps in there.
Okay. Blythe.
I will ready an action or an attack for the next thing that pops in that square again.
Okay. All right. This goblin does exactly that, and turns toward you and gets ready to attack. Oh, buddy. Yeah, you still have some residual grease on your blade that slipped on or something,
Ugh.
and you just kind of like swing, and actually you get the tip of your sword caught in some of this thick lichen on these walls that just happens to be hanging down perfectly. And it gives this goblin dog time enough to attempt to bite you. That is a 15 to hit.
Wow, I totally forgot. That will not hit. No.
Okay. This goblin dog steps in, but since he's 5 foot, I don't think he has to do anything, does he?
Yeah, if they're entering the grease, they have to make the save.
Once they make a reflex.
Yeah, once they make the save, then
that is a nat 20 and a 22 for the other. So yeah, goblin dogs, they got 4 legs.
Yeah, it's hard to trip things with 4 legs.
But they seem to be like kind of like barking and baying at you, Blythe. However,
this one did get Ray of Frosted.
Oh, okay. For 4 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Royman, it's your turn. But they've been barking more or less this whole time, so I don't think that you guys think that this is gonna trigger the alarm. In much the same way that we don't consider barking dogs to be an alarm.
Yeah, or car alarms.
Unless you're live in the country.
Yeah. If you live in the country, that's different.
Yeah. I imagine it's about like a car alarm situation.
Well, they were barking at the game earlier.
Right, because they were crunching birds.
Yeah. And they're goblin dogs, so I think they pretty much
bark at everything.
They exist in a state of continual barking anyway.
Eating, barking. Sleeping, barking. Moving, barking. Playing.
They're what little yap dogs think that they are.
Yeah.
Big, scary monsters.
Guess I'll bark,
don't
bark.
Shut the fuck up.
Is this a safe square for me?
Yes. That is right on the edge of the cliff.
Okay. I'm going to step to here, and I'm going to try to hit that dog with my staff.
Okay.
But I will do so defensively. So -2s.
Okay. Royman, you had delayed your action.
I did.
And not Royman, sorry, Damon, you had delayed your action. Do you want to? You had wanted to support Royman before. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, if I can.
I would say that that's fair.
I don't think she can still, though, because she has to actually threaten the square.
Well, I would say she could take her turn now before yours, because it's about to be her turn again.
Yeah, but she can't get adjacent to the dog, can she?
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
For some reason, I was thinking she had to be adjacent to you.
I think she has to be adjacent to me and the thing threatening me.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
So
if you're going to add to my AC, you have to be able to attack the thing.
Right. Yep, never mind. Damon.
Sorry.
That's okay, no worries.
Just poke around with your stick some more.
Yeah.
So I miss.
Yeah, you have missed. Damon.
I'm actually gonna. This might seem really stupid, but I'm gonna head this way and be like, "I got your guys' back," and I'll be waiting for anything to come the other way.
Okay. So you're guarding the flank in case they have raised a ruckus. Yeah, Vanya.
Vanya's going to take a shot at this Gabo Doggo.
Okay.
Back here.
All right.
Because soft cover is better than soft cover plus. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Royman's small, but that wall is kind of right there.
Yeah,
it's probably still soft cover.
More of an issue than.
I mean, the dog. The first dog's in the way, so it's suffer regardless.
Yeah.
that's true.
So yeah. Okay. Light crossbow. Not so good.
Oish.
That's
Yep.
11, which I'm almost certain will not, with a +4 on top of his regular AC.
Yeah. You shoot a duplicate shot to the one that killed the goblin, thinking like that one would work, but unfortunately the goblin dog is smaller, so it goes sailing over him. Cardi.
Frustrated
I'm
hand
gonna-
gesture.
Throw another ray of frost underneath Blythe's arm as she's like pulling her sword out of the lichen.
Okay,
And bam.
good. Oh, that's to touch as well.
Yeah.
Yep. That's to the goblin dog right in front of Blythe.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it only had like all of its paws are now covered in either frost or grease. It looks like it's super not chill with what's happening. Blythe.
Or you could say it's super chilled.
Ha 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 ha.
I can take a point of inspiration.
Yes.
God fucking damn you.
I love
hell.
how begrudgingly you said that.
It was too good not to give. I had to give him something, but like, fuck you. Blythe.
I made a joke. It made him laugh. He hated that I made him laugh that way.
Yeah.
Take this, but I'm on watch now.
Yeah. Blythe.
Okay, she's gonna move her sword from the wall and take a hack at it and try and put it out at its mercy. And if she
Okay.
succeeds, she'll also kind of give it a nudge off the cliff and out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You fillet this poor frozen and greasy creature that looks like it's halfway between being stored for another day and fried for right now. Yeah, you just like slice and dice and knock it off the cliff. Oh.
Looks like somebody cooked it in the microwave,
Splash.
fresh out of the freezer.
Yeah,
like-
yeah, exactly.
It's like half cooked and still
Yeah.
frozen.
It looks like somebody didn't define it, and they were just like, just nuke it for 2 minutes, it'll be fine. So this dog is gonna step up and it's gonna take a lunge at Blythe, and this one's gonna kind of amble restlessly as it tries to find its way as well. Bite 19 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. You feel this goblin dog sink its teeth into you for 6 points of damage.
Ouch!
And you also have to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
The goblin dog's ferocious dander causes you to break out into an itching rash. Creature affected by this rash takes a -2 penalty to dexterity and charisma for 1 day. Multiple allergic reactions do not stack.
God damn.
Oh gosh.
So
Oh.
you suddenly start having this terrible allergic reaction to the dander being so intimately induced into your body. Yeah, it's a real bad rash suddenly.
Oh my gosh, it itches. I think he has fleas.
I think you just got tetanus and fucking all of the shit all at once. Raymond.
I'm going to 5 foot to here. I'm going to Yeah. So that's one action, and then I will drop my sling staff as free and pick up my long spear, and I suppose
Okay.
that's my turn.
You
Yeah.
can you draw? You have BAB +1, don't you?
Yeah, but the long spear was on the ground.
Oh,
So picking up an item is technically a move action.
okay. I didn't realize you had dropped it.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was earlier.
Yep. Thank you for your honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Damon.
Feeling inspired by all this commotion, I'm gonna practice my swing on this tree.
Okay. Vanya, you hear. Wait.
Oh, it says it's cure. Oh wait, did I do that?
I don't know.
It's
I was
not
waiting
rolling.
for the attack to load.
Yeah, I was
but...
waiting for dice, but nothing came.
All right.
Fucking blue balled us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Damon,
don't I need
you
to
take a
hit
swing.
first to see if I can even swing
Well,
at
you
the tree?
definitely hit the tree.
Sweet. Wait, can I go with my first attack? With my first melee?
Yes. Okay, your first attack. Vanya, Royman, Blythe, and Cardi, as you guys are fighting these goblin dogs. And Blythe starts breaking out into a rash. You just hear and a massive like thunk, and then you just hear and then the tree just goes falling into the ocean next to you.
Like a rain of like dead leaves and sticks and stuff like pelt us. And Vanya looks back at Damon and is like, "Why did you do that?"
I poked a thing.
Okay, as you do that, you guys realize that Damon just threw the most attractive stick that any kind of canine has ever seen. And in much the same way that the previous goblins had gone careening off the cliff in search of the goblin temptress, these goblin dogs immediately dive into the water, attempting to get the biggest stick that's ever been thrown for them.
Aw.
And immediately fall collapsing to their deaths.
I'm like crying.
Vanya is
what I
looking,
expected.
Vanya is looking with astonishment at the rest of the group and is like, "What the hell happened here?"
I think I got bit. It's really bad.
How do you play this? Because you just fucking 40 chest both of those goblin dogs. Not on purpose. I think you might have barely connected the dots so that those two actions were connected in any capacity. But
Cool.
So this was interesting.
Cardi looks at Damon and says, "Damon, did you mean to do that?"
Well, I wanted to do something, so I did something.
Blythe is just scratching herself like a itchy dog.
You're either insanely lucky or a strategic genius, and I'm not sure which it is.
As long as your outbursts tend to benefit us, I am completely at a loss. Blythe, come over here. Let me look at you.
Cardi just walks up to Damon and gives him a pat. As high as I can on the shoulder. It's probably like your elbow, because you're ridiculously tall and I'm really short.
I will cast.
I give you a pat as well.
Vanya, as you go over to
smile.
Blythe, I would have cast guidance on you.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
So with a 18, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I don't know that I can do anything other than offer reassurance.
Depends on what it is.
With an 18, you definitely identify it as an allergic reaction, but this is your garden variety allergic reaction to an extremely dirty dog bite.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's infected with a disease or anything like that. It just looks like whatever cocktail of nastiness is in the goblin dog's mouth. At least a handful of those ingredients are things that Blythe and most humanoids are allergic to. Violently allergic.
It looks like it's just a reaction. This won't be permanent. I think these sorts of things will usually pass after a day or so. Maybe when we get back to town, I can find some ointment to help with the sensation. you're going to be okay. These things are just filthy, and our bodies
You
react
got
to
an
it.
STD or STI.
Cardi
Eh,
takes the
It is
bandage.
It is a TD. You know that it is a disease, and as such, removing disease would cure it. You also know that any magical healing would remove the rash instantly.
Treat disease is a heal check that takes 10 minutes, and
Yep. Oh, okay.
You
Yep.
could do that.
I will do that. Do I need to throw another roll?
yeah, it's a heal check to treat
I
disease.
think
Okay.
you got to beat the DC. Is that
A little more guidance,
Wait.
please,
Of course.
Yep.
or assistance, whichever. If anybody else has heal.
I do not.
I don't remember now.
Well,
Can't
you can do
everybody
guidance and
heal?
assistance.
I do actually.
In order to use heal to do things like treating poisons and disease, you have to have it trained.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you might also need a healer's kit.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, even if
didn't.
I help you, and with the casting, it's like 13.
yeah.
also, treat disease gives them a bonus on their next save against it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't cure it.
It doesn't actually
but-
cure it.
That's
Gotcha.
a step.
Yeah. But in any case, Vanya attempts to treat the disease, but you're not really super familiar with allergies and how to do it properly. So you do it more like a remove poison type of deal, but it doesn't quite cut the mustard.
I think once we get back to town, I can give you something for comfort.
Yeah,
And
Cardi
Vanya
take-
will just like awkwardly like reach up and pat Blythe on the head, like that's supposed to be a comforting gesture.
I think that Roymond will like raise an eyebrow at that, and he'll. I think Roymond is going to attempt to do it himself, like looking at the bandages and dressings and stuff,
Mhm.
and seeing if he can make a difference.
I imagine Blythe just kind of twitches when Vanya touches her. So she's
Roymond, you watch Vanya attempt her treatment, and then it doesn't seem to work. And then you repeat step for step, verbatim, the exact same process for another 10 minutes. But for some reason, it doesn't work.
It's really odd.
Cardi looks at Blythe, takes advantage out of his pack, and just like wraps it around the wound and casts prestidigitation to cool it down, so it has like a cooling, like an icy hot.
It's an icy hot.
So I just put that on there, and it's like, hopefully that'll treat the itch for now.
Kind of.
But perhaps we best
my
not
whole
be-
body is covered in a rash right now, but
Yes,
that helps
don't-
the wound, thanks. And she's like twitching, trying not to
Don't
scratch her.
touch me.
Is your whole body breaking out in this rash, or is it just like
There's
around the
another-
area?
It's just
Oh,
the
is it
bite.
just the area?
Okay.
I thought it was an allergy whole systemic.
Don't get close to me.
Okay,
I don't think it's contagious.
you break out in an
It's-
itching rash.
Yes, it's not going to bother you, Damon, unless she bites you.
I will make sure I have my pointy stick.
I won't bite. I promise.
a
Promises
good
can be
stick.
broken. Look out, Damon. She might turn into a goblin herself.
Did
said-
just,
I've heard
that
I've
did
heard of
just
this. It's the werewolf.
goblins.
You
God.
Not to be trifled with. She could turn at any moment.
what? Don't get any closer.
Well, now that we
Okay.
dealt with those goblins, we could, I suppose we could go around the fort as well.
Yes. Someone is likely to notice that they've gone missing and will go perhaps to look
yeah,
for them.
The grease is completely gone now because we've spent 20 minutes trying to heal Blythe.
Yeah.
And there are no bodies left.
Yeah, I
other
was
than
gonna
like
say.
some pools of blood, maybe.
Do we want to actually go around the fort, or do we want to come in through the front door?
Yeah, Cardi goes down the path where she saw the goblins originally.
There's a little clearing
Yeah,
over
Blythe
here.
would follow you.
A lot of it looks like sort of trampled yard, but you don't see any like doors on this end. As unfair as that probably seems.
I'm not sitting on the way in from back here.
And how welcoming does it look on the side over here?
Not at all. It looks like
Not traversable, probably.
yeah, it is densely packed thistle brush running from the wall of the building here, of the little fort, to the edge of the cliff.
Well, never mind all. I suppose the front door appears to be our best option.
At least we
This is
checked.
worth a shot. Better to know for certain that there's not
Yes.
an actor.
At least there aren't more out here that are going to sneak in behind us.
That too.
You certainly don't have to worry about getting flanked by errant sentries anymore.
Okay.
I think Roymond will attempt to quietly open the door.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll
Doors.
me a stealth.
Vanya's got her
Roll
mutagen
me
out.
stealthy.
Oof.
Not good.
Okay. Roymond, as you reach out and start opening the door, it does indeed creak a bit as you open it, but not too badly. It's not like a perfect stealth thing by any stretch, but it's not, you're not making any like super loud ruckus by any means. And you you open the doorway, which I will now do for you. The floor of this room is hard-packed soil, as if the builders either ran out of lumber after building the walls and or as if they simply never thought about building a floor. A number of poorly preserved horse and dog heads are mounted along the eastern wall, while along the southern wall hangs a pair of large black feathered wings tacked to the walls with daggers.
What do these wings look like they're from?
That is a good question.
Are they
Roll me
like
a knowledge
big?
nature.
Big wings?
They're pretty big.
About
That's what she
23.
said.
Oh yeah. They look like harpy wings, Vanya.
These look like the wings of a harpy.
What's
I
that?
didn't know goblins could hunt harpies. That seems a bit
Didn't
wait.
extreme for them.
Hold on. What? Excuse me. What is a harpy?
I'm glad I'm not the only one who doesn't know things.
Cardi begins sketching one in his notebook. And
There-
showing
I'm not sure. Knowing actually things about harpy, what that would fall under. Is that knowledge nature?
Monstrous humanoid, right? I would say you already rolled a 23 knowledge nature to identify.
Yeah. Okay.
I already allowed it, so yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bird lady. It's a bird lady? Is that
Yep.
like a good understanding?
I think they lure people to their deaths. I'm not
Aye, bird lady.
so sure.
Generally attractive stuff with
Exactly.
wings and fangs and claws.
Yeah. I'm guessing.
None of that sounds terribly
Are-
attractive.
Yeah. I'm
Big
guessing
breasts.
they would make a potent enemy to a group of goblins, maybe. Hence why they kept the wings.
That could be.
These seem to be trophies of
Mhm.
the. What tribe is this again? Sorry, it's not the bird
Thistletop
crunch.
goblins.
The Thistletop ones. Okay, apparently the Thistletop goblins like to keep trophies of their kills. Horses, dogs, and apparently harpies.
I think you would also know that typically harpies would not be prey for goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps
That would-
whatever has
That would certainly
united the goblins has emboldened them to lash out at greater foes.
Well, that's not my favorite development.
No, indeed.
I suppose we will press on. If we're all ready.
Yep.
Oh, and
I've got-
I picked up my staff earlier, by the way.
Okay.
As
I'm
ready
pretty
as I'm gonna be, I
gestures.
guess.
To Damon to stand in front of him.
Oh, the pink person, yes. In front of you?
Points at the door and says,
Oh,
"You-
okay.
You're the one with the sword. I've got the spells and the crossbow. I think I'm better off back here." And then follows Blythe and Fun.
I try to take a look around, I suppose.
Okay.
I will listen.
Stand by me.
Ooh, Sexiness.
Yep, all the perceptions.
A lot of perceptions.
Oh, this
All
is a
right,
roll perception.
Blythe, Roymond, and Vanya. You guys hear what sounds like some ruckus up to the north, maybe through this door, and it sounds like the snuffling and kind of perpetual barking of more goblin dogs. And I think the occasional like whinny and neigh of what sounds like certainly a horse of some sort.
Of
You
course,
hear
of course.
Blythe, you hear the same arguing over to the right, back kind of down this hallway that you had heard in the tower before. I think that's all you hear at the moment. Roymond, I think you also catch sight of the one of the daggers that is pitting these harpy wings to the wall. And you think it looks it's got a pearl handle and seems to be of a higher quality or made of finer materials than more
Sorry,
conventional.
what is it?
The dagger that's pinning the harpy wing to the wall.
Oh. I
think it
will
catches your
I'll
eye.
walk over to it and I'll kind of inspect for a second and then I'll point to it and I'll say, this looks different.
I thought it a nice dagger for these creatures. I'm surprised one of them isn't carrying it that as a trophy.
That was my thought
Um,
as well.
I
Don't-
detect magic on it.
Don't goblins typically take up shiny things?
It's pretty common. Walker, you do not detect any magic on it, but you do think it'd probably fetch a pretty penny. The pearl in the handle.
I appraise it.
I'm a craftsman. I have points in appraise.
It's probably worth about 100 gold.
We're business people. We need to know what
I
things
think
are worth.
Cardi and Vanya look at each other and look at the dagger and look at each other, and Cardi like asks Vanya to grab it from the wall.
Yep, I will. I'll reach up. I'll like sling my crossbow and, as I'm not very strong,
Yeah.
and sort of like wiggle it out of the wall and pull it free.
Only Vanya and Cardi know it's worth 100 gold at the moment. Just gonna toss that in there.
Yeah, I think that Roymond has an awareness that it's probably expensive because it
Yeah.
looks expensive.
You think it's probably valuable?
Yep.
We
Vanya will.
could probably sell that unless somebody can use it. It looks rather ornate.
It's not magical.
I'll drop it in Cardi's backpack.
It might fetch a pretty coin.
Yeah, just save
I
2
know-
armor and
I
false
know
spells for that kind of
that's-
money.
Really pretty, actually. But I was oh yeah. Does anyone else hear horses?
Horses.
Did any of us hear horses?
No.
Yeah, you heard the
Aside from
neighing
her.
and the whinnying to
Yeah.
the north.
Yes,
I hear
likely-
horses.
Likely one that they've captured to torture.
Oh, great. Love it. Let's.
Blythe looks very distressed at that idea.
Shall we just open the first door and see what fate has in store for us today?
Yes, let's get ready. I don't like that I'm not hearing more goblins. Got my crossbow back out.
I think a lot of them are still arguing in the tower.
I will open
I
the
think
door
you
on my
guys have
left.
also killed quite a few of them.
They killed themselves, all right? That was
Well,
purely
fair.
non-interference.
Not the one that Vanya shot in the face with the crossbow.
Well, you know, accidents happen.
Yep.
Are you
The
fucking
rest I would give you, but
kidding me?
that
There's
one,
more doors. Well,
Yep.
so I made a choice, but now there's 2 more choices. So
You have increased the number of choices that we have to make. Perhaps we
Yeah,
should open a different door.
It's like they're like, you suck at opening doors.
somebody else is welcome to open them. I just don't want you to get, squished or cut. Or,
Aye, David,
or
open
whatever
one.
it-
Blythe, open the other. How about that?
or whatever number of other horrors people can die from. Now that
I will.
You can die.
I
from
will
getting
carefully
disease.
open this door on my left.
Okay.
Cardi just points at the other door, and because as he had said, like, Blythe open one door, Damon open the other.
Ooh.
You open it, and wow, why did they construct this way?
Is it 3 more doors?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how they constructed the map with this tower in it.
Can you see my arrow?
I can't,
Blue?
but I'm assuming you're wanting this door.
Why can't you see? Oh, hide from others is turned on. How did that happen?
Mm,
All right. They did this stupidly, so I'm gonna move you,
That door.
Blythe. All right. So, wow, this is really fucking like so dumb. All right. Yeah. An open flight of wooden stairs winds up to a trapdoor in the ceiling 30 feet above.
Okay.
So there's an open flight of wooden stairs winding up. I
guess
You know
I'd
what?
go
You know
up
what?
the
Fuck it.
stairs then?
All right, there's some stairs that go up to the top of what appears to be the tower. What you would assume to be the tower, the watchtower that you had seen from outside.
Okay.
that make sense?
If everyone, yeah, if the others are following me, I'll go up it.
Damon, are you opening that door?
yeah, I gently either push or pull. I'll try
Okay.
to push first, and if that doesn't
Have
work,
you
I'll
guys
pull
seen that
next.
show? I think you should leave on Netflix.
No.
Oh man, it's a pull door, but you just push it so hard that it fucking.
Amazing.
All right.
Just the hinges break. The door kind of like leans back into
It's
the
worth
room.
watching the first scene of that show.
Oh god, it's so awkward.
It's really funny. All right. This storeroom is half filled with crates, barrels, and large sacks of grain. A small hole has been chopped into the lower side of one of the barrels, allowing pickles and brine to drain out, giving the room a singular stink of vinegar.
Ooh. Are there pickles in that container?
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. That door was nailed shut. So
Oh.
you literally did have to
Not
break
anymore.
it. Roll me a strength check
Okay.
just to see.
Nat 20.
Ugh, that's bad strength.
Not at all. Okay. Well, fuck it. You try for a period of minutes until you finally just yank this door off, and the nails fucking strain as you just like you like bend it out of shape and pull it down. Yeah, and you find a plundered storeroom, but I think there are some assorted foodstuffs, some leftover pickles in the barrel that haven't yet spoiled.
I grab a handful of pickles, and if there's a pocket on me, I just shove it, and then and peek my head out and say, well, those pickles and other stuff too.
Okay. I think in
Save
the
some
world of
for the
D&D,
rest of
I
us.
think you get to decide whether or not you have pockets.
Oh, I do. Oh,
I'm
well,
gonna allow you to make that call.
okay. I'm assuming there's gonna be a pocket in like my side.
You
Raggedy
get to
pants.
decide. So say
Okay.
yes or no.
Yes, there are pockets.
There you go.
It's gonna leak. The
this is not
juice is
gonna
just
be
gonna
You
a
choose.
leak
You
through my
choose what you
pants.
wear. So if you're wearing you could wear a vest that's just pockets. Just no
pockets.
other things but pockets.
Shove it in my pants.
You're
pocket.
wearing the fucking cargo shorts of the medieval period.
They took a bunch of pockets and sewed them together instead of actually like making
Yeah.
cloth.
Yeah,
It was
that's
the
all.
cast-offs from the Pocket Factory.
It's nothing but pockets.
Pockets from
Cardi-
Saw Pockets.
Cardi looks up at Damon and says, "I can't believe you're eating that. That's God knows how long it's been out of the vinegar." And then
Not
says,
very long, actually. It does. You can still smell.
Yes,
Smells
it's-
pretty fresh.
Don't worry, Vanya. There is some left. I did leave you some.
Cardi looks up at Vanya and says, "Is she calling me Vanya?"
With a 25 craft alchemy, do I know if those pickles are still good?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
They're pickles.
I mean, technically, they're still good,
You think
But,
they've been there for like a day, but
it's
or
just
maybe
sort of
yeah.
the whole situation that sort of turns me off to them. We should continue. Where did the
I
elf
think
go?
going up these stairs in here.
Do
And
we want to go up?
Perhaps we should secure the ground floor first.
I'm
Okay.
crunching as I follow them.
just imagine Damon's like.
Yes, you can start the Pickle Cruncher tribe and battle the Bird Cruncher tribe.
Now I'm curious. Does Raymond have Chris's aversion to crunching sounds?
I hope not.
Of course.
No, Chris. This is an opportunity for growth. You can give your character a strength that you don't have.
Hmm.
I can't grow out of a mental thing.
Just
Blythe will
from now
close the
on-
door and go back with the party.
From
Okay.
now on, Zuzu, you need to have a jar of pickles with you every time we
Lord.
play this game.
Yes.
And that's just a thing. Like, that's just
Jamie
your
needs
character
pickles.
always has an endless jar of pickles.
Yep.
Oh, an endless pocket of pickles.
endless
Excuse
pocket
me.
of
Excuse the
pickles.
fuck out of me.
My pants are always wet.
Pickle
So-
pockets.
I'm
Oh
One of
my
those.
god! The first magical item I'm gonna create is a pocket of endless pickle.
Oh god. So I think Royman just kind of rolls his eyes and goes to follow Blythe, who is still going up the stairs. Correct? I can't actually see you anymore.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
was
say-
coming back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Blythe, that you like. We're just gonna play this by what makes sense to me. This is the bottom floor that you're on right now, and there's stairs that lead up to the second.
Okay. I will
Um,
close this door. Well, I'll be like, there's another door or there's stairs. What do you want to do?
I guess let's look through the door. That seems
Aye, but,
fine.
we might be
Okay.
better off clearing off the ground floor.
We've
but
got to
let's-
start
let's-
opening more doors, I suppose. So let's just start opening doors.
Okay. And
Hardy
I'll
looks
test
at
this one.
Vanya and says, "Have you noticed that everywhere we go, there's just fuck tons of fucking doors?"
Yes.
it seems
And
to-
every time I try to burn a place down, I never get the chance to.
It's always wet.
If
It's
this
like
place
there's
was
some-
on,
It's like there's some sort of god that's like working against us to all of us.
seems,
it's a
seems to
goddamn cosmic
complete
coincidence.
Blythe and reveals yet another door.
Jesus.
Ah.
It's- At this
Boy,
point, like,
did they fucking love doors when they made this map.
what's the fucking point?
We have
Like,
this in the glass factory too.
is there different shit in each room? Or is it is this little cubby any different than the stairwell cubby that we just came out
No,
of?
as far as I can tell.
Okay, well we open the next fucking door.
Okay.
Fuck it.
How do you stop a party? Put
Yeah.
a door in front of them.
Yep. Royman, as you advance up, you hear the snuffling and barking and growling of what you would probably assume to be goblin dogs just on the other side of the door, and then a little bit more distantly the neighing and occasional whinny of what you would assume to be a horse.
Well, I think we might have found like a stable or something. It sounds like there's animals on the other side, and not the nice kind. Well, except for maybe a horse. But I can't promise that
Alright.
he'll be nice either.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yep.
I
I've
will-
got my crossbow out ready to shoot the first
I will open
non-us thing.
only the door on my side. Since it appears to be a double door, I will open only one of them.
Okay. All right.
Twang.
work? Okay. I think you guys get a surprise round. How are you opening the door? Are you just gently?
I think I would like. No, I think I would just throw it open. If I hear dogs on the other side, I don't think there's any reason to be stealthy at this point.
Okay. I think you guys all get a surprise round. Because they were not expecting this. And roll
okay.
initiatives.
Sure.
If you want to make a compelling
Damon.
argument against it, Chris, I'm down for that.
No, that's fine.
If you do,
These pickles
I'm
are
not
so
gonna
good.
Those were von Vinnigenhausen's pickles of speed.
Are you the heiress to a pickle fortune?
Maybe.
Is that how you got into alchemy?
Jeez.
Unfortunately, no.
The perfect juice.
That would have been a very fun backstory.
All right, Vanya, take your surprise round.
I'm gonna katwang a crossbow bolt at this guy.
Wait,
Okay.
wait, what? Vanya is not first in that order.
Well, they
I
get a
was
surprise
prepared to
round.
shoot
Get a ready
before.
action.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Katwang.
I did not hear that part. Oh,
It does. It probably hits, but it does really
A
low
whopping
damage.
1 damage.
Oh well, 2 damage. Well, no, I'm not. I'm outside my point blank. So yep, 1 damage.
Yep.
wait, isn't
I
point
got
blank
its
30 feet?
attention. I got
Yeah.
its
Nicked its
attention.
ear.
You're
Oh.
within 30 feet.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay. I thought I was just outside of it.
Oh, so
Nope.
it's 2?
2 damage.
Fucking
Two whole fucking damage.
I did
Oh,
100%
yeah.
extra damage.
That is double
True.
damage. You did an incredible amount as the goblin dog goes, "Ow!" Damon.
All right. I'm going to rush here, because I can move
Okay.
40 feet, and then I'm gonna swing with
When you
my
get a
long
surprise
sword.
rounds, you only get 1 action. You get a move or a standard.
Okay, I'll move here then.
Okay. Let's do Roymond, then Blythe, then Cardi. Actually, I guess we have to go in turn order. So Blythe next.
Okay. I will.
Your door
This
is
is
still
the one
closed, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna step through because I can still see one, and then I'll come up to this one and prepare to attack it.
Okay. I should probably tell you what you're looking at. This large courtyard is open to the sky. Tenacious clumps of partially trampled grass grow fitfully here and there in the hard-packed earth, in places stained with blood or scratched with furrows. To the north, what appears to be 2 dead goblins lie slumped at the entrance to an outbuilding. I think you hear some neighing and whinnying from inside. The door appears to be nailed shut, and additional boards have been nailed over these nails.
The door to the north is that way?
The door to this outbuilding right here.
I can't tell what's an outbuilding. Well, it's just
Yeah,
somewhere else.
that's
It's all
fair.
black.
So this square. Oh, you can't see the square. All right, so there is. Why is that color? All right, so here is an outbuilding right here.
Okay, I can't see anything you did. Oh, now I can. Okay, outbuilding. Got it.
Yep.
And there are goblins slumped in front of it?
Yes, I think these dogs were savaging the corpses.
Oh, okay. Dead
sprung
goblins.
the door
Got
open.
it.
You're probably putting this all together within 6 seconds after, or 3 seconds after Royman kicked the door open.
Right.
Yeah, two dead goblins, their heads crushed in by something heavy by the door, the ripening bodies covered with flies. So that's actually the door is
Gross.
actually here. So, but I think they're being savaged by the dogs.
Very gross. Okay.
Okay, so is that your turn? It's just to move there.
Yeah, because I can't do anything else during a surprise round, right?
Sure. Yep. Roymond. We'll say opening the door was a free action.
Wouldn't Vanya and Cardi be before me?
Oh yeah, you're right. Cardi would be.
Did the dogs go?
They don't get to.
Well, we're in
We're in
attack
surprise round.
Surprise. So we
Oh.
each get 1 action, not
Right.
full.
Oh, so everyone's
Um,
surprised. Okay.
With
Yeah,
the
I'm
exception,
attacking-
They are surprised.
With the
That one.
exception of, I think you can charge in a surprise round.
I don't think you can, 'cause that requires full round action.
That doesn't sound right.
I definitely miss.
Oh yeah, you shoot with your crossbow, and it goes sailing quite wide and thuds into the outbuilding wall. All right, now we're in turn order.
Gotcha.
So Damon, take your
Oh.
turn.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to swing that hound.
Okay.
Okay. So when I saw the other attack, I don't think my I don't know what you call it, modifier, or I don't think it rolled properly.
Mm-hmm.
So just bear with me.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's gonna miss.
Yes, that will
Okay.
miss.
Damn dog.
Yeah, you go swinging at it, but your sword just hits the wall behind it. It is the dog's turn, and it will give you what for?
What about me? What about me?
What do you mean?
I get a
Oh,
surprise.
your surprise round.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, my bad, dude. I got
all right.
everything out of order.
It's
Go
okay.
take your surprise round, and then I'll resume at the Goblin Dog's turn.
I think this would qualify as a charge. Well, I can't actually because I can only go 20. So I will actually move to here.
Okay. It's just sort of a special charge action.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll move to there, and that's it for surprise.
Okay. All right. It's the Goblin Dog's turn. The two that are right next to Damon will try to bite him. That is a 4 to hit and a 9 to hit. which I'm
Oh,
assuming
thank
are
God
both
they all
gonna
miss. Yes.
Blythe, the one next to you, tries to bite you. Rolls a nat 1.
Huh. No pickles for you guys.
I don't know what he bites the wall. He goes to bite you, but his tooth gets caught in the same algae, just like the wall, just like the algae that caught your sword on the outside. Keep fucking algae. All right, this Goblin Dog is gonna rush toward Roymond, I think, because it can see him, and it's gonna try to bite him. That is a 6 to hit. What the fuck happened to these dogs?
Woo!
They've all rolled garbage.
We'll take
They're
that
full
for
of
the
dead
first
goblins.
round.
They rolled a 2, a 7, a 1, and a 4. All right,
I'm not complaining.
them's the breaks. Blythe.
This is us getting the getting what we get whenever we're in combat. Like this is the turn of the tables where
These
like
goblin
we
dogs
dominate.
Are the you of their universe.
Yes.
I will double attack the one I came in to attack originally.
Okay. Your second attack misses, but your first attack does indeed hit for 7 damage.
Ooh.
As you slice him up deep. Cardi.
I'm going to reload and shoot again at the same one as I did earlier, which is now significantly harder to hit. That one and miss again. Wow, I should just stick with Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
At least that resolves the
At least
touch.
it does something.
It does.
Yep. Vanya.
Vanya is going to step up here and try to get a better idea of what we're looking at. And there's lots of dogs.
Mhm.
It's gonna come back here behind Roymond and then use another move action to reload her crossbow.
Okay. Roymond.
My long spear does not say reach weapon, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought it was.
A long spear? I can't see how it wouldn't be a reach weapon.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't say that. It is.
Long spear, special, brace and reach.
That's what I thought. Okay.
You've just been attacked by a dog right next to you?
Yeah. Well, kinda. He tried anyway. He tried.
Attempt attack.
Him's tried his best.
Yep.
And we'll try again.
It's up to here. My dog's 10 feet away from me, so I have 2 dogs 10 feet away from me. I am going to attack the one next to me with my long spear. I will do so defensively. For the old pokey poke.
Alrighty, roll it.
Yay!
20. You fend off its first bite and take a step back and stab it with your long spear, and it yelps. As you seem to grievously hurt it, Damon.
Alright. Okay. I don't know why it says plus 12. It should only be a plus 7. Oh. Anyways. I don't know. I don't understand. But do I hit it with a 16?
16 hits.
And then...
do you have rage on?
I don't
Do you have
believe
any
so.
buffs or anything on? From
No.
played it?
I'll have Chris look at my macro later,
Okay.
but
There's some modifier is not in there properly. Okay, so how much damage is it? So it's 8 damage?
yeah. Yes.
Okay, so that 1 plus, or it's a 1 plus 7. Okay, and that's this dog right in front of you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you slice its head off, and it collapses bleeding to the ground next to the
Oh
goblin
God.
corpses. It is the revenge of the doggos, and the one next to Blythe that is bleeding is gonna try to attack her. 17.
Miss.
Okay. It gets it pulls back, bites at you again, gets caught in the moss once again. Goblin dog here steps up and tries to bite at Roymond. 18.
My AC is currently 20.
Okay. Yeah, since you're fighting defensively, you're able to keep him at bay again. The one next to Damon will attack him. 19. Wow.
Yeah.
19 hits you for 5 points of damage. Roll a fortitude save.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
You also break out into a goblin dog rash. You take a -2 to dexterity and charisma for 1 day.
1 day, okay. Ugh.
As an
I
allergic reaction starts overcoming you, and I guess you start sniffling and sneezing and being itchy and rashy.
I think Blythe infected
happened,
me.
It can't be the goblin still attached to your arm. The goblin dog still attached to your arm.
Blythe looks really sad about that. She's like, I'm sorry! And then she'll try and finish off this one in front of her.
Okay.
Charisma. Now we're both at 5 charisma.
So
I don't think it's gonna make a
Wow,
big
Vanya
difference.
is more charisma than somebody finally.
Yeah. Blythe, you slice up. How do you want to do this? I guess.
I guess with Blythe, she just wants to end it as quickly as possible.
Yep.
So these would just be essentially just severing the head.
Yep. Chop
1,
its head
2,
right off.
clean off.
Yep. Cardi.
Oh, and then I will 5 foot over
Okay. Well, you
here
don't.
to help it.
Yeah, you can 5 foot as
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
a
yeah.
full attack.
I forgot.
At any point during it too, so if you can do in between.
Yep.
I am going to step up here and Ray of Frost this one right in front of me because I'm not having very much luck with my crossbow.
Okay. You have plenty of luck with this one as you freeze both of its legs, and they shatter underneath of it, and it just starts baying in mortal agony. Vanya.
Vanya will 5 foot over here. Actually, she'll fully move over here and will twang a crossbow bolt at this guy here.
Okay.
So I'm firing into melee, so I doubt that hits with a 17.
That would be a +4 to his AC, right?
It's either -4 to attack, or I think it's -4 to my attack.
Okay. So it would be a 13
It'd
to
be a
hit.
13, yeah.
That would exactly hit.
Oh, okay. Then 7 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you put another crossbow bolt in its ribs, and as it seems to be gearing up to try to bite. Actually, it's just holding on to Damon's arm as he's savagely blaming Blythe for infecting him.
There's a lot of savages going on in here.
Well, he's savage more, not
Mhm.
savage less.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Raymond.
Huh. Okay. Lots of dead doggos.
Quite a few.
They're not all dead though.
I'll move to here and I'll attack the one next to Damon.
Good
I
choice.
got it. I nailed that shit. First try. I will. I'm not gonna bother doing it defensively. That seems silly. I'll just stab him.
Okay. Oh, yep. Yep. As it refuses to budge from Damon's arm. How do you do it?
I kind of like scoop it. I go just down Damon's arm, like just above it, and I scoop up the dog's like lip, and then I push it through its teeth down into the top of its jaw, and just like
God.
sever the top of its head.
Jesus.
Everybody make fortitude saves. Or will saves. What the fuck? You guys watch Royman all fucking jacked up from jerking off with demon blood or whatever the fuck he was doing earlier. Pull out some
Everyone
deep,
failed.
dark shit. You guys all take 20 points of sanity damage. You are all playing different characters now. God.
Abort the adventure.
Yeah. You guys all have split personality disorder. Fuck. Okay.
I
Ugh,
think
You
that was
polished
rather
off.
surgical.
I'm so itchy.
You polish off the final remaining doggo.
Calm
I-
down, you Linux.
I help Damon pull Goblin Dog teeth out of his arm.
And I make another cooling bandage.
Just hold still. I need to get these out.
Blythe is watching the doors.
Yeah, you stay over there.
I'm sorry.
Cardi walks over to Blythe and says, "It wasn't you. He failed to interpret the fact that he's got the disease from the goblin dog that bit him in the arm and thinks he got it from you.
Yes, it's
Hey,
Not all
he's
quite there in the head.
an imbecile, but yeah, well.
It's
Well, he
so
did deal with
sorry.
that dog rather quickly, so
Well, you don't have to
Full of
be
himself.
intelligent to kill animals.
Where do we hear the horse?
Thank God.
There are also two
Uh,
dead goblins by the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that
the,
part.
The horse, you hear the horse sounds like it's inside there. Inside this shed. There's like a
Okay. I think I will
outline.
at least peek in and take a look at the horse, if possible.
Okay.
you said there were nails on the door.
Yeah, the door has been nailed shut. Probably to what you would assume to cage this horse. They look like light riding horses.
Wait, so do I have to like
Oh, no.
remove all this shit from the door?
Well, you said you're peeking in. I'm assuming there's a crack.
Oh, okay.
The door to this outbuilding has been nailed shut, and additional boards have been nailed over these nails. The door itself is cracked and splintered in places. So I'm assuming you
Oh,
could
okay.
peer inside.
Yeah, yeah.
2 dead goblins, their heads crushed in by something heavy, lie in the dirt by the door, their ripening bodies covered with flies.
Wait, what did it say? The bright pink bodies?
I think ripening.
Ripening bodies.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that's suspicious.
As you peer through, Raymond, you see a heavy warhorse.
Oh.
That looks pretty angry.
You know, maybe the horse will be agitated, and we can clear out the goblins and come back for it later when we can safely run away and know where
Also,
we're going.
you
Yes,
see,
I think that's prudent.
there's a lot of dirt all along its side. And one of you will recall, I think it was Blythe, that you on your way here, you guys had seen some trampled ground, as if a large creature had been dragged through the forest.
Oh gosh. How do you think they got it across the bridge?
That's actually an excellent question. Maybe they used the
Very
harpies
careful.
to get it here, and then they killed the harpies in a twist, a betrayal, if you will.
A double cross.
Yes.
I wouldn't think them capable of such a thing.
Can harpies lift a horse?
Harpies definitely can. Goblins definitely can't.
Okay.
Well, anyway, what do I
Perhaps we
see
best not
through this
let it
door?
out until after we've cleared the rest of the place.
So many doors.
Yeah.
All of the
What can you do?
doors.
I will try to peek through this north door if there is a place.
You see a short, narrow hallway
Jesus fucking
with
Christ.
another door at the end.
Okay, I look through that door.
You find an even shorter, narrower
Jesus.
hallway. With
might
two doors.
I ask Ryan
Yeah.
if the doors are a hallway that we don't need to open, like because they're not blocking anything? Can we just turn them into a hallway and open them?
Yes.
Okay. I think that might just make everyone's life easier.
It's
if
much
we don't
more
have to-
fun for me to like troll you guys this way, though.
I will open the door to my south, I suppose.
I feel
Okay.
that's ultimately what's most important is you getting your troll joy.
That's
is there-
literally the entire genesis.
Is anything
The
in
only
this
reason
room,
for
or
it.
is this just a storage closet? Don't worry, I'll wait while you look for S65.
C22 actually.
Sure.
A round table and a few chairs are the room's only furniture. That's it.
Cool. Glad I opened that door.
Why did they fucking make this?
It's really bizarre. It's like they're giving you an opportunity to put whatever shit you want in here. Is what it feels like.
I don't want that. I want
Yeah.
you to deliver me a curated experience.
Yeah. Okay, so I will open the bottom door here, because why not?
All right.
Okay, nothing in there, I take it?
I don't. This doesn't make any sense at all. All right, hold on. Let me move some shit around so I can actually see.
Sure.
There's another wall there. What the fuck? This small, foul-smelling room features little more reeking hole in the ground, rim stained with refuse and waste. Ah, okay.
So is this a poop chute?
It appears to be, yeah.
Okay, I
It
close
appears to be
that
a
fucking
toilet.
door.
Okay.
And I open that like briefly, and I'm like, ugh! And then I close it right away. And I more gingerly like
yeah.
open the second one, assuming that it's probably the same.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Okay. All right. So this door here leads to some stairs.
Down or
I
up?
believe these ones go down.
Okay, I will backtrack to the party. I
Yeah.
found a downward stairwell. Not sure if we want to keep looking around, or we know of 2 stairwells now, so that's
We have two more doors on this level.
yeah. Let's just go back in the room, I suppose, and we'll try those doors. Why not? What could go wrong? I always say.
Or isn't that like
Today I say that.
Clyde looks at a wound.
Cardi
It's
peeks through this
religion.
door.
I look at Cardi
Wow.
and I also peek through it.
Okay.
aren't those called famous last words?
All right, you peek through that door. That
Oh,
one
that's just like the
is-
front entryway.
It appears to be a storage shed. Shelves lined with crude tools, nets, and tack for goblin dogs line the walls here. To the northeast stands a large L-shaped wooden cage that contains dozens of rabbits. That's Cardi's.
Gotcha. Are they alive rabbits?
Yes.
I take the cages down and open the cages for the rabbits and let them go.
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes suddenly glow demonically bright, and they fix you in their gaze before they launch themselves at you. And they're super
Roll
cuddly. They
initiative.
jump
I
right in
throw
your
a bomb.
arms. No, they're normal rabbits.
I target Cardi. It's too late.
As soon as you, yeah.
The threat has to be contained
sorry.
now. You don't understand.
Hammer down! Hammer down!
As soon as you open the cage, they start kind of herring free and kind of running around this little the little yard.
Oh, they're so cute.
I
One of
reach
them runs over
down.
and pees on
Maybe
one of
we
the
should have
dogs.
taken them back to the mainland so they don't have to worry about falling through the holes in the rope bridge. But that's just me.
Cardi just reaches down and pets one and says, "I'll be fine."
Clyde will try and scoop one up and cuddle it.
Make a reflex.
Roll that wild empathy.
Yeah,
Right.
or wild empathy.
Or handle animal. Isn't that one?
I mean, handle
Reflex
animals.
or handle?
Literally.
You got a lot of options here.
So, misconception behind handle animal is for like animal companions.
Training.
It does not
Oh,
affect anything that's
yeah.
actually a wild animal.
Okay.
Wild
empathy
empathy.
lets you
Handle
make-
animal is like to ride a horse and shit. Or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Not-
It's my best roll right now because my wild empathy will be like real shit. Because my
You should
charisma.
roll it anyways.
Right
Handle
now, his-
animal is more or less diplomacy for creatures.
No.
No.
Like wild empathy allows you to roll diplomacy for creatures.
Right.
Yeah, it's diplomacy for creatures
Which
that
is
can't
real
understand
bad.
you.
The rabbit shits all over you and runs away.
Handle animals for like training them.
Yeah, it's for specifically for training and making animals follow your commands.
Right.
Well, here's the thing: is handle animal is empathy or is charisma, and reflex would be dex, and both of those are -2 because I got bitten by a dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
I attempt to catch a rabbit and fail miserably.
You attempt to lure a rabbit to you, and you do it by just swinging your longsword around and going, "Here, rabbit! Here, rabbit!" For some reason, your
Cardi-
hair is like
Yeah, Vanya
askew and,
steps
like,
away.
rashy and twitchy.
Cardi
do
walks
not
up
Steps
to
know.
away and
Blythe.
hides behind Damon.
Cardi
I-
actually
I-
walks up to
I
Blythe.
straight
Smart
up
choice.
hijacked your character, but I think that like you've got a little bit of goblin dog tetanus moving around your mouth or something, and the goblin or the rabbits are picking up on it. They're not having it. They're not willing to cuddle you at the moment.
Yeah, I walk up to Blythe and say, perhaps you might want to wait until another day when you're not looking a little so rough. I think they're a little bit afraid of the goblins.
It's
So,
been a long day.
disease.
It's okay, Blythe. You're doing
Careful.
great.
Don't tell Blythe that she looks like a goblin. She might bite Damon again.
Uh,
I didn't.
All right, everyone. If we're ready to move on, now
I think
now
we're
seems-
pressuring.
now seems good. Now seems good. This door I think just goes back to the front entrance, and then we can try those other doors there. What do you say?
I think
so
we're
many doors.
slowly
Rather than
pressuring.
waiting for an answer, Royman just walks through the door.
I think we're slowly pressuring Roymond into being group dad.
It feels that way
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
You guys
I
hear
feel
some
like that
more
would suit the way
whinnying
you built your
and
character.
from
Yeah.
the shed.
What?
You hear some more whinnying and neighing from the shed. I'm just reminding you that there's still a horse in that shed. That's
Yeah.
like
We're not
But
we're
it's
we're
like an
leaving it
angry
because it's a
horse.
war trained horse and none of us can own it. I don't want to fight a war trained horse.
Blythe will set the front doors ajar so the
okay.
rabbits can get out.
Seems fine.
I mean, it's not an evil horse.
We
Yeah,
don't
but-
know that.
We don't
They
know
like
it, and we
the
don't know
evil
who's
rabbits.
owner it is. Like a war trained horse is going to act on its own.
Yeah. It looks like it did. The two goblins that
It's like it stomped the
that,
fuck out
that
of them.
you saw,
Yeah.
they
It
looked
stomped
like they
the
were
yard.
And I, as a halfling man,
And a dwarf.
I look remarkably like a goblin to a
Okay.
horse.
I said it was. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure because I said it was angry. I didn't want you
Oh
Yeah.
no, no,
to get the
no.
idea that it was
No.
like
There
had
is a
glowing red
horse
eyes.
in there that we have no control over,
Yeah.
and it seems prudent to leave it there until we know that we can
Yeah.
run away to some place that won't be full of goblins.
Fair
An
enough.
Or stick
angry
it on the
1 ton
goblins.
plus animal, possibly
Fair enough.
barded.
All right. What are you guys doing?
We're gonna open this door, cause fuck
Okay.
it. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We go like trolling down the hallway. We open the next door, cause yep,
Okay.
that's a thing that you do. Hey.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
You sound so sad.
What are the chances there's something behind it? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
boy.
march up and open the door, and you turn to see a handful of goblins just immediately turn to stare at you, Roymond. Among them,
Terribly sorry. I thought this was where the goblin meeting was. Cause I'm a goblin.
roll bluff.
Damn it!
Oh.
It was
man.
worth a shot.
I was really hoping for a
Me
nat
too.
20. I was like, let me give this to him again. All right.
He's so good.
Among them seems to be a very finely dressed goblin. This large throne room is decorated with hanging furs along its walls, mostly black and red striped fire pelt skins, various dog pelts, and in some cases what look like horse hides. 4 square timbers support the ceiling, their faces studded with dozens of iron spikes, with the lower reaches decorated with dozens of impaled and severed hands in various stages of decay. To the northeast, a wooden platform supports a throne heaped with dog pelts and horse hides. Dog skulls adorn the armrests, and a horse skull leers of the throne's back. Chief Rip Nugget pulls himself up to his full height, gestures, and this giant gecko moves to be mounted as he throws a leg over it and hefts a large weapon. Points it at you, Royman, and says, "Attack!" And I think that if you guys are cool with it, we will put a pin in it and pick that up next time, since we are just about at our normal stopping point.
Oh, sure.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
6 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It
Thanks
will
for being
be.
patient with me. I straight up forgot.
Oh, it's all right.
We had rescheduled.
I thought you might have forgotten, which is why I was
Oh,
like,
I
well,
totally did.
I better text him because it's 8 and
I know.
we have an hour and he might not know.
I had a weird. I was at the gym. I'm glad that you texted me. I had a hell of a week, man. It was just weird.
Yeah, I had a rough
Lot.
one.
There's a lot going on.
It's only Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I meant over the weekend, like since last time we played.
Fair enough.
So I had totally forgotten.
Well, I appreciate your flexibility in being able to host.
Yeah. And it
Well,
was
it was
nice
very
to get
fun.
back into the swing of things too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I really wanted to do something because there's so many combats in this dungeon that
Yeah.
if we can break them up a little bit, and not have to gauntlet through the whole thing in
Mm.
over the course of 3 consecutive weeks.
I don't know.
It's more
All the
enjoyable.
combats so far have been really hilarious and fun.
Well, you
That
guys,
is
I mean,
true.
that's fair.
Yeah.
A lot of that is because Cardi came up with a very clever ruse
Yes.
to deal with the.
I
Mhm.
feel like
Nice
ones.
out of the box
I
thinking.
mean-
I've only cast Grease today. I've cast it 3 times.
True.
It has been super effective.
Yeah.
But I've gotten so much value out of the Grease
True,
spell.
very true.
It's very good.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta pull long shift again
Alright.
tomorrow, so
Mm.
good night.
Good night, man.